Well, I thought we struggled quite a bit today. I think our rebounding game just wasn't there in the first half, and that affected a lot of what we try to do. We want to get the ball out and push it so we can get some open court scoring, and the rebounding just wasn't there to allow us to do that. And some of that's effort, but some of that's also, give credit to Chicago. They were better on the glass today than they were the other day. I think there were stretches where we played well and we had good focus and did a good job of executing. And then there were stretches where, we just couldn't buy a basket and we let, mistakes affect the next play kind of. And so, that's something you just gotta, I'm glad that it happened now in the preseason so we can address it and be better the next time we play. But, overall, not our best effort, but I thought we hung in there for a good portion of the game. And we were trying to play, everybody on the roster. I thought that we still had good play regardless of combinations. Like I wasn't concerned about that. But today we just, we just didn't have the edge that we had the other day.
LB, you have one or two questions or anything to ask?
Yeah, it seems like, for Tori, she has just found an early groove in these first two preseason games. And obviously I didn't get a chance to see her in person today, but it seems like the game has slowed down for her. She's just in a nice rhythm, feeling comfortable. What are you seeing from your side?
I think Tori has a level of confidence that we probably haven't seen in over a year. And so it's good to see that because, I'm expecting good things from her, as I always have. Finally, we have her healthy. And coming off of playing in Europe where she played well, she got in shape and, she came back this season really ready to go. And I think just feeling kind of comfortable in her own skin a little bit. She's shooting the ball well, but she's also giving us good defense. And, I made a deal with her that, she's got the green light to shoot it as long as she's giving me the effort and the focus and the good defense at the other end of the floor. So she is playing well. And, just hope that continues and she becomes somebody very reliable to give us a bucket when we need it.
Mm-hmm. And how do things, if at all, really change now? Because like you said, things are about to speed up. This was the last preseason game. Mm-hmm. It's time to submit cuts by Thursday afternoon. So how does the messaging change going into practice tomorrow and these next 2 days as you finalize your roster and get ready for the actual season start?
Well, we purposely withheld a lot of our playbook for these two games. I just didn't want it to get on film where New York would have an opportunity to prepare for things. So that will accelerate. We will put in some stuff. And so people are going to have to be focused and alert and really, ready to mentally attack this thing the way we need them to. But I think we're in a good place. Like I said, I think we're playing well together as a team. We're getting good scoring inside and out. Today our rebounding game was off, but I liked what I saw in the first game and we can build on that. And defensively, I think generally we've been good both games, even though, the game got away from us, towards the end or in the third quarter. I thought for most of the game we battled and, they had some of their starters back, Sloot and Quigley and Candace Parker all played today. So, we handled ourselves pretty well for the most part.
Well, honestly, I started off really bad. I had a couple turnovers. How many turnovers did you say I had? Two. Well, those two was like in the first 2 seconds. I started off kind of rough. I feel like we all kind of started off kind of rough, but we got back in the groove, got better, and by the end of the game, you can't just. This is the WNBA. These are grown women. You can't really just start back because it's gonna be hard the entire game to catch back up. So I feel like we kind of started off kind of slow, but we eventually got our groove back and we just couldn't finish it off.
Do you think it was more just Chicago had a few of those players that didn't play on Sunday that, it was that part of just trying to get back into the groove with it?
No, honestly, I feel like it was us. I mean, they have great players, but at the end of the day, I feel like it was us because, like I said, we could have started off better than what we did. It got better throughout the game, but we still had some mistakes. So I feel like if we just put a game together, we'll be fine. Yeah, I'm sorry. My nose is burning so bad. It's been itching ever since I got
Bad COVID test today.
It was clear.
All right, okay. LB, anything?
Yeah, Coach talked about just the fact that, you've been playing with a great level of confidence and it's showing. And she's also loving the fact that you're buying in on the defensive end in these first two games. What have you seen from yourself individually, defensively, and then from the team defensively, in a good and a way that you guys can improve?
Yeah, I'm trying to buy in defensively because she said, like I said, she said, anyway, she said, if I play great defense, I get more minutes, or I play, you either defense, you play, rebound, play, team player, you play. So I'm just trying to do everything I can for my team. And I feel like these past 2 games, it's been working. And overall, the team has been playing great defense. Like I said, we started out kind of shaky and we could have started off better on defense and offense. So yeah.
And final question for me, just kind of what is the vibe? I mean, the real game starts Friday, season starts. I know you guys are ready for that to get going. So what's kind of the vibe in the locker room right now as you guys prepare for Friday?
Everybody's pretty excited. I'm excited. First game, new team, new everything. And I'm really confident in this team. And I feel like we're going to come out on top. Like, I'm really excited and the whole team is excited. Put this preseason loss behind us because it really means nothing. We ready to go. We ready to roll.
I think we definitely got a dose of what we have to get better at as a team. I thought it was a good test, though. I think that we're starting to get everybody back. We got Kaiser back today, but we have to play together a little bit more. I think that's what we learned today. It's not going to be as easy to get open in practice. And I think what we're going to take away from this is that we got to push each other a little bit harder in practice, because games, you can't control, what's going to happen. So if one day the game is not in your favor, you still have to make shots and you can't turn the ball over. So today for me overall was a good test. And I think we're all ready and eager to get back to practice to get better for our first game.
LB, anything?
Yeah, so far your name has come up a lot as someone who has been a vocal leader, has been helping out the rookies. Chelsea spoke very highly of you yesterday or the day before after her game, saying you kind of calmed her down. So I guess in these first 2 games, what have you done and what do you hope to continue to do in the regular season as being one of the veteran leaders on this team and one of the more vocal people on the team too?
I think just constantly reminding everybody, because I've been here time and time again. I know that you can't hang your hat on a loss. You can't hang your hats on wins because games come super, super quick. You have to have a quick, a mindset, to forget and realize, like, in 2 days, we have another game. You know what I mean? So I think a couple people were a little bit down about some things that they did in the locker room. And I'm like, listen, the game is over. We can't change that. And just being a constant reminder that these games come quick. It's a tough league. And we just have to constantly make sure we're getting better in practice. I think it's good that I can remind them of that, because I saw a little bit more of an enthusiasm after I was saying, everybody pick your heads up a little bit, like we're fine. And I think that they need that, you know what I mean? Just not to be super sad on the loss, because WNBA goes super quick, you know what I mean? And you can't hang your hats on losses. And that's what I really want to be here for them for, just positive energy, letting them know, like, just get better. You just got to keep getting better. You'll see something night in and night out that you may not be good at, and you just go to practice and you get better at it.
And then for you individually, you can do so many things and do it well. So for you, now that you've gotten your first 2 preseason games in, you got your running up and down the floor. How are you feeling? And then where are you seeing, like, hey, this is great and this is where I can improve?
Every day for me is constantly getting better. Today I felt good in my body, but I got my COVID shot yesterday. So I'm like, it's constantly like, I'm kind of knocking everything out that I got to do, but it's getting better and better. And I'm feeling more and more like myself. But today it was just a little bit of fatigue because of the COVID shot. But as far as my body goes, it's starting to feel great. I'm starting to feel the rhythm of the game a little bit more. But I definitely know I have to get a couple games under me. It's been a long time since I've actually played. So I'm patient with myself. And I just want to, make sure I'm doing the little things, being where I'm supposed to be defensively and, scoring. That stuff, offense will come, but I want to make sure I'm on point as far as defensively and helping my teammates, and just constantly getting better every day, because we haven't played together. So just kind of finding my way with this team, finding where I can get my shots. But like I said, every day is getting better and better, and I'm starting to feel it a little bit more.
Yeah, well, I think it was a good, another good test. They brought back some of their starters, so more of a full roster. Yeah, I think that we competed at times. We were a little lackadaisical. We turned it over a little bit too much, which is something that we're going to have to clean up, because every possession is very valuable. But it was good. Kai got some runs, scored her first, WNBA points. So that was good in that aspect, but definitely gonna, go back, watch film, and we got to get ready for New York. So I think it was another good trial run for us. But definitely, these next few days, we got to shore some things up.
What did you see from Kaiser as two people that play the same position? What'd you see of her first WNBA run?
Yeah, well, her and T had a really good connection, and so she was able to make plays that way. Really just a solid passer, able to get, she was playing really good defense. And so just excited to see, the rest of her potential as she continues to come back.
LB, anything?
Yeah, we were talking to Jantel for you, and she was just talking about, being the positive and vocal presence. And I feel like you're the same in that sense as a leader, very vocal and very positive in the sense of, hey, it is going to take a minute, but if we put the work in, so is that kind of still the same vibe coming from you as well? Because I feel like you guys are equal on that front.
Yeah, for sure. I think we definitely have similar experiences with that, but it's definitely going to take a team effort, and it's going to be an everyday thing. And so just remembering like not to be too high, not to be too low. And, games are going to come quick. So we're going to have to watch film, turn the corner, regardless of what happens. Hopefully we're winning a lot. So just looking forward to competing, starting on Friday with this team, because I know we have really, really good potential. Our chemistry is great, and it's just putting it all together at this point.